Welcome to our first tutorial on using ComfyUI to generate images on your machine. If you haven't done so already, you'll need to go to comfy.org and click the download button to install the file version that works on your computer. Once you've got ComfyUI up and running, you'll also then need a model to generate your images. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the Stable Diffusion 3.5 large model, which is one of the most popular for generating images from scratch. You'll need to register to access the model, but once you do so, it's free to use. Click on the Files and Versions folder to see the files. As well as the large model, there are medium and turbo versions, which we'll look at in a future lesson. When you click on Files and Versions, the most important file to download is SD 3.5 large safe tensors. This will install the model, and it's about 16.5 gigabytes in size, so depending on the speed of your internet connection, it may take some time to download. Once you have this, you're also going to need a number of other files, which are found in the text_encoders folder. These are clip-G safe tensors, clip-L safe tensors, and depending on whether you want to use a larger or smaller model, T5 XXL FP16 or FP8. In general, if your machine can work with it, we'd recommend the larger FP16 model, but this comes in at nearly 10 gigabytes in size and has to be loaded into your RAM alongside other parts of the model. Once you've downloaded these, you'll need to make sure that they're in the right folder. Go to ComfyUI on your computer hard drive, and then in the Models folder, you'll need to copy them from where you've downloaded them. First of all, copy SD 3.5 large. This goes into the Checkpoints folder. When this is in the right place, go to the Clips folder, where you'll need to add the other three files, clip-G, clip-L, and T5 XXL FP16 or FP8. Without these in the right place, ComfyUI won't be able to generate the images that you want to create. When all your files are in place, be sure to click on the Manager button when you open up ComfyUI, and then click on the Update All Custom Nodes. This will make sure that ComfyUI can find the files it needs to work with. Once this has been done, click Restart. For this first tutorial, we're going to use this sample workflow. These are the different nodes which are brought together in the ComfyUI workplace, and you'll find the link to find the file in the description that accompanies this video. Before we begin to generate an image, we'll just talk through some of the main areas that you'll be looking at and working with in ComfyUI. The first of these are the various text encoders, and you can see here that these link through to all of the files that we just downloaded. If you don't see clip-L or clip-G and the program says that they're not loading, make sure that you've placed them into the right folder. Beneath this is the checkpoint, and we'll use this to load the Stable Diffusion large model, which is the main file for generating all our images. Next to this is our two prompt nodes, the first for positive instructions, telling your image what it should generate, and one for negative instructions, telling it what it shouldn't generate. Alongside this is what's called the K-sampler, which works by a process called denoising. Diffusion models work by starting with a great deal of noise, which is gradually denoised until it matches the prompt according to the instructions from the large model. Finally, on the right of the image, we see where our image is saved once it's been generated. In the first instance, with our simple positive prompt, we're going to create a standard instruction to create a glass bottle with landscape and galaxy elements. I've set the number of steps quite low to 10, but I'll discuss what these various options mean in the next lesson. Once you have these instructions in place, you click the Run button and Stable Diffusion goes to work. If you look carefully, as the program begins to process your instructions, you'll see these bars move along the top, and then as it progresses through different nodes to the K-sampler, the process of denoising will begin. This starts to generate the actual image that will emerge from the prompts in the positive and negative nodes. As each of these 10 steps moves across the K-sampler, so you'll see your progress reflected both in the K-sampler itself and also in the second of the two bars at the top of the screen. Depending on the size and complexity of the model that you're working with, and also the capacity of your machine, this will take between several seconds and several minutes to generate the final image. Be patient, but if you realize that you've made a mistake, you can always click the red cross at the bottom of the screen to cancel the current run. Once the image has been generated, it'll appear in two places. First of all, you'll see it in our Save Image box on the right of the screen, but also then if you click on the Q button, you'll see the image there as well. This is also where you can access the various workflows that you'll be working with as we progress through these tutorials. So, there you have it. You have your first large language model installed, you have the various clips which are required to decode your text, and you've ensured that ComfyUI is working safely. As such, we'll proceed to explain some more of the elements of the interface in the next tutorial.